what's up, Slingin Dirt Media on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. We're here in the shop with Justin Owen tonight. Justin, thanks for having us, man.
Hey, thanks for coming.
And so we talked briefly in Facebook. You know, I had a cancellation, and you and Mike were able to squeeze me in on a short notice. I definitely appreciate that, and it's nice when you guys live close by too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
West side.
Yeah. We planned that out when I was looking for a house. We're like, I need to be 7 minutes away exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get it. You gotta have a garage, and I gotta have a driveway that I can get in and out of. Yeah. I get it. So where we pick up, we've talked. You did some go-kart racing, some motorcycle racing, led you to four wheels and sprint car all the way.
Yep.
Who's your favorite driver growing up?
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
Then no hesitation.
No hesitation.
Yeah, I had a Jeff Gordon room.
Really?
When I was younger. Yeah. Full decked out DuPont rainbow.
Yeah. I worked in a gear factory back in the day, and the shipping supervisor and the guy who actually did all the work. One was a Jeff Gordon guy, the other was a Dale Earnhardt guy. And their offices were like complete opposite of each other. I mean, they had everything. If this guy had it in Jeff Gordon, this guy had it in Dale Earnhardt. And you could not see the walls. It was just completely covered.
Yeah. My dad painted my room with the Jeff Gordon, basically his car scheme on the walls.
The DuPont colors and everything on the walls.
I mean, down to the garbage can I had.
What a great dad.
Oh, yeah. But I had every NASCAR game on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all in with the.
So this is Jeff Gordon, NASCAR. Who was your favorite sprint car driver?
Back in the day. So now, since when I was younger, I didn't know any of the big dog people, so I was kind of just watching the Lawrenceburg
How old
locals.
are you now?
I am turning 26 in June. So 26 next month. Yeah, 26.
Okay.
So growing up at Lawrenceburg, I used to love. I don't know if you recognize the name John Memmer.
John Memmer. I do not.
So he used to have a highlight kind of neon car, and I mean, dude was crazy. Like, he used to drive insane. But he ended up kind of showing up for a few years, being crazy good, and then just left. But I used to love watching him. And then there's another one. You should recognize. His name's Chad Baesflug.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
So he stopped racing for a while, but he's back now. But when I was younger, I used to be like, man, that 98. He used to do wheelies all the time. I'm like, that's crazy. And then now, I feel like I'm pretty good with him now, but it's wild. I never when I was in the stands, I never thought like, oh, I'm gonna be racing with that guy one day.
Right. I remember there was a couple times I was in a modified, and I was like, man, I can't believe I'm racing next. I'm racing with Barry Dawson. Barry Dawson was a great late model driver, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm out here racing this guy. There was a few of those guys that I did that, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And actually, Chad Cunningham, he almost fired me last week because there was a certain sprint car driver that I'm like, I've never heard of. He's like, you've never heard of so-and-so?
Yeah.
Right now, I can't even remember who it was,
Yeah.
so I'm probably going to get fired again for it.
Yeah.
But he's like, you don't know who this is? I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
All right, this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, as long as I don't make any more mistakes.
No, only one.
Only one. I did make a mistake, and I just made another one because I didn't start my timer. So my editing guy's going to have to give me a heads up because I didn't start my timer. So we'll try to do a dirty 30 minutes. Well, anyway, I did make a mistake in the tower. I think a couple of guys heard it.
Yeah, I'm only just a handful.
I tell you what, I did. So a guy, we'll talk about it real quick. A guy spun out in turn 2. I don't know if everybody's seen it, didn't see it, and I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead in the water, and he was stopping. And I said yellow, yellow, yellow. Tim, he heard it. He rushed around and grabbed the flag, and before he could get it up, the guy fired and just took off.
Yeah.
But I looked, and I was like, stay green, because nobody slowed down. At least it appeared.
Yeah.
Nobody slowed down. It was like everybody just kept going. I'm like, well, maybe I forgot to key up on the receiver. I'm like, okay, stay green.
Yeah.
So I didn't see anybody lose or change position because of that. And then we did kind of talk about it a little bit. He told me USAC has a rule. USAC, if you spin, it's an automatic. He said Lawrenceburg does not. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I might have gotten by with one, maybe. So we talked about it with Dave after tonight, and he was like, well, no big deal.
Yeah. No, there's only a couple of us. And like I mentioned earlier, whenever I hear someone on the receiver, my first just jerk reaction is let off and look around.
Yeah.
But, I say shame on me because you got to play to the whistle. And when those lights on the wall are still green, who cares what's over the receiver? Because sometimes you hear random static noise, and I shouldn't be letting off every time. So, it's happened before. So it's not like you're the first. That's probably the fourth or fifth time that's ever happened to me. So it's not like it's not an uncommon thing,
I knew I was sweating bullets because I was like, man, I could have that could have been a big mess up.
I talked to a bunch, like a few drivers on Sunday, and I was like, am I the only one that just completely let off? I was like, and one other one was like, no, I let off for a whole corner. I was like, I did too, but I was like, I just hit the gas and kept going.
Everybody else did. So.
I was like, that when you say that no one let off, it probably only was a couple of seconds, but in my head, it probably felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I just missed all that ground. Meanwhile, I probably let off for 2 seconds.
Hey, you know what? As long as nobody lost position, then I guess that, again, like we said, if that's the worst thing that's happened.
If that was my biggest problem of the week, I think I'm doing pretty good.
So
you know what I mean?
That's been my biggest
problem. If that was my biggest issue, I think I'm all right.
I'm enjoying the races down there. The sprints are putting on a great show. I mean, these things they're a different animal. I didn't grow up around sprint cars. I mean, I occasionally watch some races and see the YouTube stuff and streaming stuff. I watch it. It's good racing.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the questions Chad asked me when he initially called me about it, saying, man, you're labeled a late model guy. How are you going to do? And I'm like, it's racing, man. I don't care. If it's wheelbarrows or dirt bikes or whatever, I want to see a good race.
As long as it's on dirt.
As long as it's on dirt. I will.
Not a pavement guy over here. I can't watch that stuff.
I have, and I would say, I used to really like the Charlottes and the couple of the bigger races. Then it was like, okay, if it's not the really big races, then give me the Bull Rings, the Bristols, the Martinsville. Give me that Richmond. Give me those. But then now it's just like,
I still have a respect for it. Yes. I don't want to take anything away from it. I still have a respect for pavement racing. That's just not my cup of tea.
It's not my niche.
I
say that all the time. That's not my cup of tea.
It's not. I just say, I'm not taking anything away from anyone that does it. But
our name is Slingin Dirt. For a
that's
reason.
Kind of We're not. We're not in here for a pavement sprint car.
I like dirt flying, and if there's a little dirt in my beer, it's good.
That's if you're chewing your beer, you're at the right place.
Absolutely. You know my dirt burgers, it's just protein.
Yeah, dirt dogs, dirt burgers, and dirt beers. Yeah, that's the way to go.
So, do you have a favorite track? Obviously, we live close in Lawrenceburg, so you're probably you consider that your home track, or
it's definitely my home track.
So, are you at Lawrenceburg more than anywhere else?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite track outside of, or is that including Lawrenceburg?
So my favorite track is Lernerville over in Pennsylvania. Yeah. So, I've raced there 3 times now, I guess, and I always have a ton of fun there.
Right.
But I've
just one of those tracks that's fun to get around.
Yeah. And I ended up getting 2 wins there out of the 3 times I've been there. So not that plays in, it does play into it, but I enjoy that track whether I won or not. That is just a fun place. And I mean, we'd make the 5-hour haul out there for a reason, whether I win or not, I don't care. I just love that place. Yeah. But when you only get one chance a year, you feel like you have to go.
Sure.
And then Lawrenceburg, I really love when the track is my style.
Yes.
Lawrenceburg, I don't know if you know, it changes a lot. From week to week, you're going to have a different track, and that's fine. It is what it is. But when it's I like it, kind of dry and slick, and then with a big cushion across the top.
Big cushion, okay.
Which we haven't had yet this year.
Right.
We haven't had it yet. I mean, we've only had two outings so far, but
right.
So I don't know if you know, but I have 1 win at Lawrenceburg.
Okay.
And that was when the track. If I could make it that track every time, oh my gosh, it'd be amazing. I have so much fun when it's up against the wall and you just got a cushion to lean on.
Like being up against the wall.
Yeah, when you have to get technical and stuff, I'm not technical.
Yeah.
I like to just throw it.
Send it.
Yeah, I don't really have control of this thing. I just kind of let it do its thing and see where I go.
Just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm just there. Yeah,
holding on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what about Eldora?
Oh man, I'm not a big fan of that place. I'm not very good there.
Really?
Yeah. So you have to be technical there.
Okay.
You have to have all this finesse, throttle control, and I'm like, man, I don't have the patience for it. Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. Now Michael Fishesser, who you just interviewed, he loves that place.
Yeah.
He was bummed that they got rained out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, but he has that patience. He's got that good throttle control. I don't have it. I'm like, I just like to put it on the floor and turn right. Like, just let it go. Yeah, I don't.
That's got to be a wild ride.
Oh, yeah. You're going like 120 around that place, and you feel like you're going like 50.
And that's probably like in the corners too.
Yeah, but it feels like you're going slow because it's so big.
Yeah.
Everything is going by you kind of slower. Where at Lawrenceburg, you're going probably. In qualifying, you're probably going 100, and it feels like you're going 200 at Lawrenceburg. You're just bouncing. You're it's crazy.
Yeah.
In Eldora, it feels like you're kind of just like
putting around through there.
Yeah, and you're going 120, and it doesn't make sense. It's crazy.
I have. I don't know if do you remember there was a PlayStation game, the World of Outlaws 2002.
Yeah, 2002. Oh yeah,
that was the greatest game ever.
There's not one. If there's any race car driver out there or sprint car driver that doesn't have that game, I have a PlayStation 2 still, and that's the only PS2 game I have still. I will never get rid of it.
I have it in my garage.
I'll never get rid of it, ever.
Greatest dirt racing game I feel like ever made.
iRacing's great, but it's got 2002 sprint cars was the what do they say? What's the phrase? The 2002 sprint cars game walked so iRacing could run.
Oh, really?
That's that's the way. Yeah. Because they were the originators.
Yeah.
So
man, that game was awesome. I can't tell you how many hours I set.
Did you hear they're coming out with a new one?
What's that?
They're coming out with a new one.
Really?
They're working with iRacing, the same company.
Is it
going
to be on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Will it work?
Wait,
on
maybe
PS2,
not two. Yeah, maybe not two. Yeah.
One?
No, maybe might have to get the PS5 for that one.
Oh my gosh!
But good luck.
Okay, so will my 2002 game work on the PS5?
I think technology might be a little different.
All right, so I'll have two.
2 decades.
That's fine. No kidding.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, man, I can't tell you how much time. And even being a late model, a stock car guy, I still felt like, man, that was the greatest game. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted with those cars. Yeah, it was a blast.
Played it when I was younger and just played it last year. Like it's funny. It never gets old ever.
No, it doesn't. So that's my only experience with Lernerville.
Yeah. It's not like that.
It's nothing near like the video game.
Yeah. It's
all right, reset.
Different.
I crashed.
Yeah,
redo this.
Yeah. I wish I had a reset button in there. It would have saved me a lot of money.
Right. God, it's amazing. I hate it. I keep doing it though. Daggone it. I keep referencing Matt Hamilton because he said a couple of good things that we like, and it's worked. He said, man, he raced for 10 years not even knowing what he was doing. And he's like, well, I mean, we're kind of good at this. We should probably learn, figure out what the heck we're doing.
Yeah.
So, good on, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what's new? You got anything new for this year? Or is it the same stuff, just a little different day?
No, so usually we have our own car, motor. It's all ours. But I ended up flipping it at Kokomo at the end of last year.
Okay.
So that car is up near Lake Erie getting repaired.
Okay.
His name's Tony Bieber. He's an expert at repairing cars. So I told him get to it when you get to it. I'm not going to be like, hey, I need it back.
Right.
I know it takes time.
You got a piece sitting here.
Yeah. So then Michael stepped up and said, hey, well, I mean, you've got he's like, I got a DRC you can run. It's right here. And I had a wing car as a spare. And he was like, I kind of want to get into the wing stuff. So it's funny. He has my frame.
So that's your frame in his shop.
That one you just looked at.
Yeah,
that's my backup, which is a wing car.
Okay.
And it's originally built as a wing car, but he's got it built for non-wing right now.
Right.
And then I've got his non-wing car. We've done this since 2016.
Yeah,
we go back and forth.
He kind of told me you guys are somewhat teammates.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was after 2015. I was in college, and I was like, man, I don't have anything to put a car together. So he had 2 cars at that time, and he just put me in his backup car. And
why not?
At that time is when I kind of had my breakout year.
Sure.
That's when I got my first win, started finishing really well.
Nice.
And then after that, we kind of combined parts.
Yeah.
And pretty much ever since then, there's always something of mine there and something of his here. It won't stop. And us being 7 minutes away now, oh my god,
that doesn't help.
And I got a key.
Or it doesn't hurt.
I got a key to his garage too, sitting right on that wall. Anytime, middle of the night, I'll go in there and take whatever I need.
Hey, I need this.
Yeah. Oh, I won't even tell him. I'll just oh yeah, I took that. My bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He texted me the other day, said, hey, I'm looking for my reamer. Do you have that? And I was like, yeah, it's sitting right here. He's like, I've been looking for it all day. I'm like, yeah, it sucks. I've had it.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you're running his frame this year.
Yeah, so it's just his frame, but everything else is mine.
Most of yours. Okay. Yeah. So I'll see you at Lawrenceburg a lot.
Yeah.
So try not to make any more mistakes from the tower, and you'll be good, right?
Yeah, but now we get to know each other. Now I'll just tell you straight up.
Yeah,
now I won't hesitate.
Yeah, just go ahead and bust them.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bust them.
Yeah.
So he said you guys like to do some camping. Is there something about a couple times a year, or just randomly break the campers out and
we like
drink
to
some beer or something?
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of that, but we randomly will.
I told him, I said, FYI, I have a camper.
Yeah,
I like to drink
so
beer.
we actually camped at Lawrenceburg a decent amount last year because we figured why not? It's so close that I can take the camper down like Thursday night. So then when we get off work Friday, we go straight down there. And if we're racing, I just wake up Saturday morning, come home, get the race car,
right,
show up and race. But then the best thing, there's nothing that beats getting done with a race night, pulling out 2 minutes,
right there,
stopping it. We go into that pavilion. There's a pavilion area. We put our campers under there. Then going out there, parking the truck and trailer, and we'll party till 4 a.m.
Whenever.
We don't, And then our other camping weekend is Fort Crown at Eldora.
Okay.
That is like that's our sacred weekend, no racing.
Really? So that leads to that question as well. I've asked, and I've got a lot of friends and stuff, and I always ask, are you a race fan? So if you're not in the car, are you still good with going and watching?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've got some diehard race friends and some buddies, and they still race, and they're like, if I'm not racing, I'm not going. They don't like to go and watch unless they're racing. I don't understand that. I'm a race fan.
There is sometimes if there is a red flag at Lawrenceburg and I am stopped on the backstretch,
I
am staring at the people on the backstretch. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I could drink some beer right now.
Right.
Like I'm like, that looks fun. I'm sitting in a car under a red
right.
flag. I could drink that right now. So
somebody bring me that.
Yeah, I'm like, like the first night out, we had some throttle issues, and I pulled it into the infield with like 8 laps to go, and I'm like, a yellow came out, and I'm like, man, could I run across? They look like they're having a good time right now. If a red flag comes out, I'm going.
Tailgater over there, flipping burgers and dogs. Like
no, so if I'm not racing, I'll go to the track. I don't care. Why not? I feel like I'm missing out if I don't go.
Sure.
At least. And I personally love walking around and talking to everyone without having to deal with this. It is like kind of
take away the stress part.
Yeah.
I want to go and have fun.
Yeah, still at the track and having. I mean, you don't have to.
Mine's in September at Eldora. That's when I get to go and watch the world and be. We've got the same group of people. I actually was talking about it. I don't think I've missed a World 100 since I turned 16.
Yeah,
if so, then I'm forgetting about it. But man, I don't think I've missed a world since
so
I
far.
was 16.
So far, I'm 10 years with the Fort Crown because I remember going. I was 16 and don't think I missed since.
Yeah, we've got the same group of people that we've been camping with. We've got our spots, and we all camp together every year. And somebody always goes up and has to get our seats, and I've done it for a while, and we always take turns, and then somebody else will do it for a while and get our seats. And man, I'm like, I got them this close. How do you feel about the streaming races and paying for it and having your subscription and being able to watch it?
I don't mind it.
Man, I think I am this close to just. I already have my subscription. I'm going to sit at the campsite and watch the races at the campsite.
So, does Flow Racing cover the late models, or is that something else?
Yes, Flow cover. Yeah, Flow covers. Man, they cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they do cover.
Because I don't even need to leave the campsite. I'm not gonna lie. The first, what was it? The last Fort Crown. It was the first night, Friday, and the Outlaws were out there qualifying.
Yeah.
I don't even remember going in there, but there's a picture of me sleeping in the camping chair, like during qualifying with how loud it is. I'm like, I mean, I don't need to be, I just love, I love, like we love like camping. That is it. That's like our day. Go wild.
We had different people coming up at different times last year, different days. And it was like one of the prelim nights, like maybe a Wednesday or Thursday night, they were racing. I can't remember right now, but one of the prelim nights, my wife, her girlfriend, and her boyfriend, they were coming up, so we were kind of waiting on them and stuff. And I'm like, well, I can watch the race right here. I don't have to go to the track. I did. I actually hooked it up, had the projector on the side of the camper, and I was like, this is kind of awesome.
The minute you get done leveling that camper, in my opinion, is when do whatever you want at that point. Because we used to go down like Fridays. We used to go down Friday morning. And now we go down Thursdays. It's like sooner or later it's going to be a week.
Yeah, I've done the week several times.
I know. I feel like we should. I mean, it's such a fun week.
The World, so the World used to always have the Sunday before. I think it was a Sunoco race. So they'd always have a 2001 late model race, and gosh, they have like 60 cars late model show up just for that 2000 win.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? it turned into, at first we go up, take the camper, get everything set up, watch the race. The next day is a holiday, so you don't have to. You could stay in your camper, then go home, work a day or two, then you come back up on Wednesday or Thursday. Well, it's like, what the heck? Why don't I just take the whole week off and just spend the whole week camping and drinking and
I don't know what it is about that place. I just like.
Yeah.
It is just.
It's a blast.
That. Yeah, I'm glad it's only once a year because I feel like it makes me like look forward to it even more.
Look forward to it. Yeah.
That is our sacred weekend, and rain or shine doesn't matter. Yeah. We're going. You know.
So speaking of rain or shine, I went to 2 dreams. One, I was at the first million, and then the second time I went, my buddy Josh was up there and he's trying to talk me in. I was like, man, it's going to rain out. I know it's going to rain. It's been raining all week. It's in the forecast, but he was already there. He finally convinced me and talked me into, all right, fine, I'm just going up to party. Yeah. And maybe I shouldn't have been so reluctant to go, but I mean, I knew going into it, I'm not even going to see a race. I'm just going to party.
You can't rain out a party. So
That's the
best thing about Lawrenceburg is we camp under the pavilion.
Yeah.
So if it's pouring down rain, it does not matter.
Yeah, we're still partying.
We're good to go. I mean, it's such a good time. Yeah.
Well, I may have to.
You got a camper.
I got a camper.
And we got plenty of other campers. I mean, as long as you don't plan on going to bed before 4 a.m.
Yeah, right about then. It's probably.
He said, "I'm in." I said, "All right, we'll be there." Yeah.
Save me a 25-minute drive.
Yeah. No, it seriously is, and it's so close that it's not that hard,
Right.
So I'll take the race car home on Sunday, and then I'll eventually go back and get the camper. But no one's gonna mess with it anyway.
Right. Right.
So, no, it's a good time. We have a good time down there.
Huh. Yeah. Sounds like it. I'm
kind
of looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and the wife, we were talking the other day. It's like, man, we haven't been camping in a while. I'm looking forward to it. She's like, have you even seen our camper? And I was like, you know what? Actually, this past Saturday, last Saturday, we rained out. And I text Josh. I was like, hey, man, I just want to say good luck tonight. He's like, aren't you guys racing? I said, nah, we rained out at like noon. He's like, you don't want to work tonight? And I'm like, busted a UE on 75 and headed back down the track. So I went to the track and I ended up going in my camper, change clothes. My camper's at the racetrack in Florence.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I work right there, and my camper's right there. It's it's a thing.
Yeah. No, it's a good time though.
So is that what you're mostly looking forward to this year? The camping, the partying, going to
I think it's like a bundle. I love racing and then also camping. That's like you can't beat a Saturday or I mean we go down on Friday, so you can't get to camp on Friday, you don't want to party too hard on Friday.
Right.
But then you race Saturday and true. I mean we don't.
Hey,
once it starts going,
I have had nights where I do better if I'm just like completely hungover. Yeah. If I just rip it up the night before, sometimes I'm just so much better the next day.
That's what whenever my dad's like, "Oh, you probably drank too much last night." And I'm like, it slows my hands down.
Yep.
Even though I'm like, yeah, I do feel like I'm about to yak.
So I always had this issue, and I don't know, maybe it showed. Maybe I wasn't as good as I thought I was, but I was never great. I couldn't drive with 2 hands. I always had to just put one hand
and
down.
Slide it.
Yeah, I was just one hand or whatever. Because if I did 2, I oversteered or I overcorrected. It was just too much.
See,
so
that's what we don't really have a choice because our wheels are on our lap. So
right.
when you go too far, you're kind of just sliding your right hand against your
right
stomach,
right.
And then once you turn left again, you pick back up wherever that may be.
Wherever. Yeah. Just stay in the gas and don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. So you got 10 years in sprints. That's good. Outside of racing, other than drinking beer, any other hobbies?
I knew this was going to circle back to drinking beer because that's what I know. Kenzie, my girlfriend's going to make fun of me for it, and Michael's going to make fun of me for it because he's like, oh, because it always circles back. He does too, whatever he said, and your guys, I don't know what he said, but
he said they go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it always circles back to this somehow.
He said it's always your fault, but they're just so good, innocent.
Yeah. Well, hey, he started it for me, But outside of this, we all work 40 hours a week.
40 plus.
I know. Yeah, I know. I know that most people that think we do this are just rich, spoiled kids.
Oh, yeah, you're not? Oh, okay.
Per usual. But no, we don't. Other than work, we golf here and there on the weekends.
Okay.
We just hang out. We really just hang. If we're not racing, we're just hanging out with our friends and family, and maybe go downtown every once in a while. It's kind of low key. We don't do.
We like some downtown action.
Yeah.
We're starting to get back into the bars a little bit. You know, with COVID and everything, we were just kind of low key and not doing a whole lot. Now we're starting to get back into. We like our little hole in the wall place by us, you know,
Yeah.
and all that. Try not to throw too many names.
Yeah, don't throw
out,
the
but
names out. Yeah.
Unless they pay me, then I'll be happy to say how much
I
I
know.
like that
Just talking all,
place.
you know, yeah, be talking about it all the time.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, where was I going with that? Interest outside of the car. You don't have any particular. You do a little golfing. What do
Yeah.
you do? What do you do for a living?
I am a sales engineer for a machining and engineering company.
Okay.
So we machine anything
Really?
under the sun. Yeah. So.
Okay. I worked in a machine shop years
Yeah.
ago, but the stuff I did was like old and ancient now.
Yeah. So I basically just sell. That's it. Just get out and about. It's basically, I go out and talk to people, which is why this is easy for me because
Right.
you know.
You know, a lot of guys say, you know, it's like, oh man, I'm not good with cameras. You know what? I probably haven't looked at that thing
I don't even
3 times since we started talking.
It wouldn't bother me if cameras in my face. I can talk if people want to talk. I mean, I'll talk.
I can have a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hard. You know, I personally like it. You know, at work, I'll talk to customers for 5 minutes about the actual thing, and then we'll talk for an hour about
something else.
It doesn't
right,
even matter.
Let's make the deal happen in 5 minutes, and then we can bullshit.
And we'll be in space. Like we don't even know how we got from point A to point B. You know,
right. Yeah. For the next 45 minutes, we're just shooting the crap.
Yeah. It's great. That's why I like it. You know, and the next thing you're like, oh well, it's already noon, so all right, have a good one.
Let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
We'll talk some more.
Yeah,
lunch.
exactly.
Gotcha. What kind of music? You into music? Are you a big music guy or?
Yeah, I mean, I had when you
or?
pulled in, I had country blaring.
Right,
you know?
right.
I feel like the warmer weather. I mean, not that it's warm outside right now, but
Right. Yeah. Is it ever going to get warm?
yeah, warmer weather gives me. You know, I'm always country during the summer, and then in the winter, it kind of just whatever. I don't even.
Okay.
I got a weird list of genres on my phone.
Yeah.
But country, like right now, I'm pretty much all country. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you know, when it's like 80 degrees, sunny, it's like I don't know what it is.
Be by the lake, drinking some beers.
Yeah.
And just
But
country
instead, I'm on my
tunes.
way to work.
I'm on my way to work.
Yeah.
Except for the beer on the way to work. I'm probably not drinking.
Yeah. They don't like when I do that.
We just won't tell anybody.
Yeah, I won't do that anymore.
Frown upon that. Gotcha. I see a couple of other toys back here. You do some quad riding, some dirt biking?
Yeah,
or?
so that quad's for this.
Okay.
You know, push them up to the grid, all that.
Yeah.
So, and then the pit bike.
The pit bike.
I just ride that around the
ride
pits.
around the
And
pits.
it's also just fun. I just, ride up and down the road. You know,
Right.
my
You get any strange looks in the neighborhood? And you're riding
oh
your
yeah,
pit
you
bike
should see
down
the look I get when I pull that trailer down the street.
Oh, I bet
because they're like,
where?
yeah, there's an older guy that used to live here, and they're like, who are these?
Right.
Who are these people that just moved in? But we've had a couple of interest from the neighbors who kind of walk by and be like, what? Like, what do you have going on back there? And I'm like, you want to see?
Come on down, check it
And
out.
they're like, and they literally, everyone is just like,
wow,
I don't even know what that is. And I'm like, I know, it's great.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I still don't know how I have one. You know, it's wild. But yeah, so yeah, we mess around on the pit bike, and it's fun to drive through the pits and just, and then I used to have a fun actual riding fast quad, but this had to,
turned into this.
I had to sell it because I'm like, it's pretty unnecessary to have. And
right.
now I kind of.
Yeah, this is funner.
It is. It's this thing. There's nothing. That's where Lawrenceburg kind of separates itself. Is Lawrenceburg is the only track where I can feel like my stomach kind of sucking into itself going down the straightaways. Yeah, because you're hitting those corners so fast that those corners look like 90 degrees when you're going that fast.
Yeah.
Whereas like smaller like quarter mile tracks, you're really only hitting 70 down the straightaway where it doesn't. And they're more like oval, so you're kind of sliding into it. Whereas Lawrenceburg,
you could pitch car into it.
Yeah.
And,
Lawrenceburg, I don't know if you know, but like going down the back stretch and the front stretch, the cars are actually nosing towards the wall, and then we load them up and kick them out. So that little feeling right there kind of gives you
a little.
Yeah. Then you hit whatever, cushion or a hole, feel that left side come up, and you're like, well, can't let off now.
It's either going to go or it's not.
So, yeah, that's why, and I think that's what keeps us going in this. Like every year, race car drivers say the same thing. I'm done. I'm selling it.
I've heard that.
And you know too. You used to race.
I've heard it. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm selling it, and it never works because it's just you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, our 7-Eleven buddy, he said that a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh, he sells out every year, and then he goes and wins.
And then
2 weeks ago, he acts like he's done. He just wants to party and watch races, and then he goes out there and wins.
And then he goes out and wins. Yeah. And I wish I had kind of luck like that.
Yep, old Spilly.
He's a good dude.
Oh yeah,
we love him.
Oh yeah.
I know there's been a couple times, man. You get that. like in the modifieds, man, when those things get up on the bars and then down the straightaway, it seems like they kind of do this thing down the straightaway before you set the car back, and it's like that weird kind of dance right about the flag stand down the straightaway. It's like, here we go.
I don't understand how you ever get those things straightened out, because once they pitch, I feel like they're just going to keep going.
Yeah, I don't
get it.
Even on a straight track, I don't think they're ever straight.
No. And I feel like those modifieds have so much wheel input.
Yeah.
This is kind of like almost, I don't know, it's like 270 degrees, whereas the modified guys, I feel like, are like,
driving a semi.
Yeah, I'm like, how many times that thing? How many times that thing
cranking.
go around? Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what he was telling me. Michael was telling me, he said, "Man, these things are so much easier, so much simpler.
Yeah.
To work on it."
And like, look,
there's all your
here's all your bolts. Once you take the light fiberglass body off with easy Zeus pins, these things, you can have the body off in under 5 minutes.
Right.
And you can see every single part of this
components
car.
right there.
Everything. Yeah. Your steering, oh, here it is. It's just one.
Yeah.
Nothing.
One torsion bar.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's
yeah. I'm starting to learn and pick up some of the.
They're very simple. If you could pick up a modified stuff, this should take you one season. You should have them all down.
Yeah. I'll be putting them together next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. It's just Legos for adults.
Legos. Yeah. Fun Legos.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Yeah.
I loved doing the model cars when I was a kid. And it's like, God, if you could put a model car together, this is easy.
Yeah. This is just Legos with a bunch of cussing.
Yeah, right. A bunch of smashed fingers.
Yeah. That's all it is.
At work last year, I can't remember what I did. I had a black thumb. I'd smashed a finger or something, and my boss Jesse, he had smashed his working on his race car. And then sometime during the week, we were doing something in our hands. We were holding on to something, putting something together, and you could see both of our smashed thumbs. He says, "Oh, I see you got a race car too."
Oh yeah, I have had so many little like hand injuries that would have never come out if it wasn't for this thing. Like it's, you get that, and that's when you just get irrationally mad. You're like, right. I don't even know why I have this thing.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. Go in for
5
the night.
minutes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a different day.
Yeah.
So before we wrap things up, tell us about your sponsors.
So our biggest sponsor, it's AJ Strassener Trucking. They are based out of Sardinia, Ohio, which is east of Batavia.
Yeah.
It's actually not far from Moeller.
It's not that.
Because he always wants me. He's like, "Hey, do you ever race a Moeller this year?" I'm like, if they have sprints,
I would love to.
I'll be there. But yeah, Andy's a good dude. He actually, at my previous job, I did logistics there, and he approached me and said, "Hey, can I sponsor your car? I love racing." He sponsored a late model and a modified at Moeller, and he's like, "I love racing. I want to."
I wonder who. I probably know.
I'll look into that. I'll
I probably
next
know.
time I talk to you, I'll look into that because you definitely would.
Yeah.
But he approached me and said he's like, I like how you work. I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, I like how you work, whatever. I want to sponsor your car and everything. And actually, when we blew this motor up in 2020.
Okay.
That was a great year for everybody, especially for me.
Right.
But then, so we spent all of 2020 rebuilding this, and he was a huge part. I mean, it wouldn't be. Yeah. I said if he stopped sponsoring me, he would still go on this car because this motor is, because of him.
Right.
So he's awesome. And then Ron's Roost, I don't know.
I hear a lot of great things.
Race Road, you know where that is. So
I knew where it is. I've never been there. My wife's
family.
Family,
it's great.
My wife's family
best.
He's got.
I'm
like, I've never been there. Like, I want to go so bad.
Yeah. Ron Larkin, good dude. He's got good fried chicken.
Yeah.
Good. It's really not bad deals either. They got draft beer. I mean,
hey,
what more can you ask for?
I need to talk to Ron.
I know. Yeah. Dude, let's get
let's get hooked up, man.
Let's get it going. Yeah. And then we got a couple other smaller ones. Brain Bucket does the decals for me, and they're
right.
Anytime I need them, I always annoy them. I always feel bad because I annoy them, but they get it done for me. The RCs, the car K1, that's the suit that I have, and then Cincinnati Federal. That's actually my stepdad.
Okay.
He anytime he's like, what do you need? All right, send me the bill. He takes care of me. He just
nice.
likes to support it. He doesn't not a huge race fan or whatever, doesn't care, but he likes supporting. So
he likes supporting you. That's good. It's
and
good that you got some help.
He did my mortgage on this house.
Nice.
So, huge. If it wasn't for him, the car wouldn't be right here.
Right here. It'd be somewhere else.
Yeah. So and then Westerfeld. So that's Bill Westerfeld. He doesn't do. His son Sean used to race.
Okay.
So he built his motor and my motor. Well, now he doesn't race anymore. So I'm the only sprint car motor he does.
I know the name.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are, but I know the name. I've heard the name a few
So
times.
Justin Westerfeld and Bill Westerfeld are a big part of the small track.
Okay.
They basically, Bill doesn't as much anymore, but they basically ran the show for the last 20 years. I bet. So But yeah, he builds. Anytime I have problems with this car, I know for a fact it's not the motor. And I'll call him and he'll be like, "It's not the motor."
It ain't the motor.
He is like meticulous.
Confident.
Oh, it's
good.
I help him. I always help him when we're putting it together. And I mean, he is like, nope, don't do that.
Don't do that.
We're doing that. Nope. If something needs fixed, he'd be like, yeah, I already sent it to get fixed. He's like, I didn't ask you. I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to.
I always wanted to help my engine guy because I wanted to know how it does. But at the same time, I didn't want to get in his way. And I didn't want to cause him to make a mistake on something. That
because, they are. Yeah. But when he's that particular, I'm like, that's great. I love that. This is.
I'd rather just leave him alone.
If I do something wrong, all my please yell at me. Like, yeah.
Right. I want it done right. And that's why you're doing it and not me.
Yeah. So, those are, it's not what doesn't cover everything, but I am great. I'm big grateful guy for how
for the help
anyone that pitches. If someone gave me $100 bill and said, "Hey, this help you out," I would be like, "That is
absolutely
awesome," because you did not have to do that.
Yeah. So, that'll pay for my beer for the weekend something.
Yeah, I mean, fuel.
If you don't have to buy beer, then you can spend that money on the car.
I know, but essentials.
Yes, essentials. You got to have it. You got to have a tire, and after the races, I got to have beer. There's got to be something.
Yeah, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't drink beer.
You need to have a different therapy.
Yeah, this causes it.
Right. Do you have any help at the track? You got any buddies? Anybody goes with you?
Yeah, so my dad is definitely the biggest help. He's been there since day one. Oh yeah, he's been there since day one, and I mean
the DuPont man.
Oh yeah, big Jeff Gordon. He's a big Jeff Gordon guy too. That's why he was all right with it.
On.
But yeah, he does pretty much all the stuff like that in between races I don't have to mess with. He fuels it up, checks the air pressure 100 times before the race starts, because you know how you got to keep checking over and over and over. And he'll be like, I think it changed. It gets a little cooler. Got to change it. So,
temperature drop.
Yeah. So he checks the air pressure for me. He puts in my bleeders for me, like all the stuff. He makes sure my belts are good when I get in. I mean,
tear-offs.
Yeah, just all the stuff that I don't want to worry about. I don't have to, because he's got it covered. And I've gone to races.
I got other things to worry about.
Yeah, and I've gone to races without him, and I literally forgot to fuel up the car one day, and I had people like tearing while I was already in the car. I was like, "Oh, I forgot to fuel it up!" So people were like screaming, getting fueling, because I'm so used to when he's there, he's got it covered. I don't even question it. You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then Michael too, and his dad.
Yeah, big help.
Yeah, they just I wouldn't still be doing this. They stepped in when I probably would have slowly walked out of racing. So yeah.
You would have David Spillied us, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would have then. When I was in college, I didn't have a dime.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you was able to stick around. It's been great talking to you. I have no idea where we're at on time, and I think my editing guy, I think he's lost too. I don't know. He's ever just clicking away doing his job, and he does a great job. So got to thank Rob for helping us out big time. So we still under 30, or are we over 30?
You're 30. You're right at it.
We're right at it. So hey, stick with the dirty 30.
Yeah, dirty 30.
Cool. Well, hey, again, checkered flag on this section, Slingin Dirt Media with Justin Owen. Hope you guys like this episode. Get to know the guy outside the race car a little bit. So now you know who he is, and now you want to check him out the racetrack, and you got somebody to cheer for if you're not already. So make sure you like, subscribe, YouTube channel, and you got a webpage or anything?
Just a Facebook page. Just look me up on Facebook. That would be just my personal Facebook page. Is
right on.
Best one. So.
All right. So.
Perfect.
We'll see you guys at the racetrack. Thanks.
Yeah, we're supposed to report child abuse, when we come across it. This is Jeff Gordon talk now, I'll tell you.
He's back there biting his tongue the whole time. 30 minutes.